Let's head right to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hi, this is Richard calling from Akron, Ohio. And the Browns just need to go ahead and keep the same system that Jim Schwartz already put in and promote Jason Tarver as the defensive coordinator, who's also a linebacker coach. Also in the draft, the offensive line needs some help. I would say draft a guy out of Miami. That's your new left tackle. That's all I have to say, and go Browns.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Let's welcome in Garrett Bush from the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show in the Barbershop. G. Bush, I don't have any issue with keeping the system the same. I still think year to year, even if Jim Schwartz was here, there's probably going to be a little bit of regression. I think there's going to be some regression from this defense. It just happens year in and year out.
Yeah, defense is a funny thing. It's like, it's like turnovers. Turnovers are like bullpens. You can't really just say, oh, we had a lights out bullpen, and then the next year you miss one or two guys, or maybe you elevate a guy into the rotation, and it's basically the same rotation in your bullpen, and you have one of the worst bullpens. It's just year to year, it's just the nature of the beast. And so it's the same thing with defense. Some years you get turnovers, some years you don't get turnovers. You had a career year for Myles Garrett, who was has been injury free for most of his career. You don't expect him to come back and break the sack record again, right? If he ends up with like 14 sacks instead of 22 and a half or 23, you take a little bit of step back. Still a good year traditionally. Health has a lot to do with it. But I do agree with the assessment. One of the things that I think you took and you look at Todd Monken, didn't have a self-inflicted wound, and some coaches would come in here, and if it was a younger coach or a coach that may not be as seasoned or has been bounced around from a place to place, who's been in multiple different systems, a younger coach might come in and say, well, you know what, I want my system. So, yeah, I know Myles Garrett is great and Denzel Ward is cool. So we're going to go from a man-to-man coverage pressure team with Myles Garrett out wide, getting after the quarterback to, let's go with a 3-4 zone team. You're like, but I have Denzel Ward. He plays man-to-man great. We got Tyson Campbell. He's great at man-to-man coverage. No, that's not what we run. Our new system is 3-4 dropping into zone coverage. And you're like, dude, that is not – why would you make a hole for yourself? Obviously, the defense is built. You had a guy who made all-pro – you had a Pro Bowler at every position. You got Denzel Ward, Pro Bowl. Grant Delpit, Pro Bowl. Carson Schwarzenegger, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Devin Bush, best year of his life in the league. Myles Garrett broke the sack record. Malik Collins was playing great. So all these guys are in a system that they're pretty good at. I'm with him. You look outside, and I guess they can do their due diligence in trying to find a new. But listen, Tarver's had defensive. He's been a defensive coordinator in this league before. He's the linebackers coach. Those guys usually make the calls. He knows what they were running last year. I'd elevate him and keep it pushing. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if they brought somebody else in, but what better way is there to run what you were running last year than have the guy who was here run it again?
Yeah, no, I'm with you, and it makes the most sense.